All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is another edition of Nagy on Sports with our 2020 Perfect World Redo Sim. Today we have a Week 12 matchup to really wet your whistle here because it is the Super Bowl preview, or was the Super Bowl preview. And if you remember this one, I think Tyreek Hill had like 200 yards receiving in the first quarter, just something absolutely insane in the real game in Week 12. But obviously, revenge was had by the Super Bowl champs in the Super Bowl. So we'll see how this one plays out today. But we're going to bring it to you live as we do all the time. So it is the 6-4 Chiefs at the 6-5 Buccaneers. Both teams started out very slowly, but have come back with a little bit more vengeance this time. So we're excited to bring this one to you. Phil Nagy for Nagy on Sports, joined as always today by color commentator extraordinaire Kit Nagy. Kit, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing great. Excited for this matchup. As you mentioned, it is the preview game, which actually happened in the same stadium, which is a very rare thing to occur. It also goes to show how difficult it is to beat a team twice in a row in a single season. That's why you see a lot of splits often when teams are relatively evenly matched. This game was originally won by the Chiefs in the real season, 27-24. But we all know how that Super Bowl turned out, where Tampa Bay kind of stomped them there, 31-9. However, the one big difference here is this: in our perfect world, we've got a full and healthy line for the Chiefs, which I think had a big contribution. I think we all know had a big contribution in that Super Bowl loss for the Chiefs. So, without further ado, let's get this one going.
Let's do it. Let's get it popping here. Appreciate you joining us this afternoon. Chiefs and Buccaneers Week 12 Perfect World 2020 redo is underway with a kick here. It's going to be taking a yard deep. That's Byron Pringle, another one of these fast types that the Chiefs have. All right, there he is. Patrick Mahomes, you know him. He's very good at football. There is his stats so far. Pretty darn good season, 22-8, 2,700 yards. And again, the Chiefs started out slow, but have won 4 of their last 5 to come up to 6-4 now and leading comfortably now the AFC West. All right, a lot of superstars all over the field, as you might imagine, for what's going to turn into a Super Bowl preview. Little motion. They're going to fake it to Hardman. Right up the middle, Edwards-Helaire, and he's going to go down. Whitehead and Levante David. 2nd and 10 now after no gain. Back to pass Mahomes. He's going to fire a quick strike to the right side to Kelsey. Juke move for Kelsey. Whoa, stays on his feet and steps out of bounds at the 33.
Yeah, very impressive balance there from Kelsey. He's an incredibly gifted athlete in terms of what he can do with his body. And that's part of the reason why he's so great in the route and such a great target for Patrick Mahomes.
On a 3rd and 2, firing at left side, first down, 7 yards, they only needed 2, first down, Chiefs as he fires it to Sammy Watkins.
It's a gain of 6, first down, Chiefs.
All right, they're continuing to move quickly here, Mahomes in a shotgun, give it up the middle, Le'Veon Bell, fighting his way through with Ndamukong Suh, and Jason Pierre-Paul comes in to help out. They're going to give Bell 4-yard gain on first down.
Contacts pretty much right at the line of scrimmage. All 4 of those yards, just a pure effort on the part of Le'Veon Bell. Good run there from him, refusing to go down.
Indeed. Shotgun on a 2nd and 6. There's that orbit motion from Tyreek Hill. It's a little bit of eye candy. Nope, they're going to play action out of it. Watch out, pressure coming, but it's picked up late. He is going to go down. Pierre-Paul got it at 34.
Yeah, a bit uncharacteristic there for Patrick Mahomes. He's usually better at getting the ball when he senses out of his hands when he senses pressure like that. But very nice pickup there late to at least give Mahomes a little bit of extra time.
Yeah, he had a lot of extra time. Just couldn't get rid of the football. There's Kelsey on the strike and another broken tackle. First down on 3rd and very long. What a play for Kelsey.
Very nicely done by Kelsey there. He just finds a spot out there on the perimeter where he can get a big target out there for Patrick Mahomes to hit downfield for a nice pickup and a nice first down.
All right, 1st and 10 again. He's back to pass. Pressure coming, but he's got a strike on the left side on the slant. It's Tyreek Hill. He's got a first down.
Yeah, what a weapon Tyreek is for this team. He's so dynamic, so quick. He can just burn a defense deep so fast.
Pass again, Mahomes. Now he's going to fire right side. He's got a man on the sideline. It's Hill again, toe tapping. First down, Chiefs.
Well, he must have heard me saying good things about him because he went out there and did it again. Very nice route from him, and he was out on the spot very quickly. Mahomes just puts the ball on him here.
That was a strike. First and 10 at the 21-yard line. Calls about the 20.5. Austin Ryder snaps it back. Across the middle, it's Hill again. 3 in a row for Tyreek. Maybe you want to cover him.
Yeah, absolutely, and Mahomes is now 6 for 6. Very efficient in this drive so far. Doing very good things on the offense right now in this drive.
High formation play action. Mahomes, he's back to pass. Pressure coming, setting up, and even Mahomes is going to take the shut the sack. Antoine Winfield on the late blitz from his safety spot.
I think that's about the last thing you'd ever see from the real Patrick Mahomes. It's really unfortunate that that is broken right now in EA.
Left side, little dump off. He's going to be jumped on immediately by Devin White. I don't think he gained anything. Le'Veon Bell. All right, 3rd and goal now, all the way back to the 19. He throws it over the middle. Brook tackle. Oh, Kelsey's going to go down at the 1.
Well, he almost brought that one home for the touchdown there, but great effort from Kelsey, great catch, and that's what this offense has. They've got 2 very dynamic players between Kelsey and Hill that they can hit down the field, run great routes. Not to mention there are a couple other ones that are out there that Sammy Watkins and Hardman, all guys that can do some great things with the ball in their hands. This one just ending up short. We'll see what happens here, whether they're going to choose to go for it, and in fact they're going to set up for an early field goal. Not going for it 4th and short.
The kick is good.
Hey, Soldier. The Ravens, I believe, are 4 and 6. Yes.
Yes. Sorry, I was typing it in the chat. Yeah, Soldier. The Titans are mega good. They beat them like 52-14. They beat the living daylights out of them.
Yeah,
the
but
Titans are so good in our city.
Right, but right now, Soldier, the Ravens are leading to be the next spotlight for this week, week 12. The Ravens-Steelers matchup. So a 6-4 Steelers versus 4-6 Ravens is right now slated to be the AFC spotlight game of the week for week 12.
Yep, very possible we get to see your Ravens in action likely tomorrow. All right, motion for Mike Evans. Tom Brady in his first possession, down 3-0. He's going to fire a strike to the right side to Evans. He's going to get 1 entire yard on that play.
Mike Evans. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, bunch to the left side. Brady in a pistol look now. And he's got Fournette behind him. He throws a little out route. That's Gronk. And Gronk's going to pick up 5 yards, so 3rd and 4 upcoming.
And purely, Soldier, just speaking as a Browns fan in that game, I would much rather see the Ravens win that and take the Steelers down a peg. So just saying, we'll be cheering for your Ravens in that game.
Absolutely, we will. That's Antonio Brown over the middle for 18 and a first down to midfield.
At the 49-yard line.
13 personnel into the football game now for the Buccaneers. They got 3 tight ends, and they're going to stretch it right side with Fournette. Fournette tries to get the corner, and he can't. Really good tackle there. That's Juan Thornhill, the safety.
Yeah, very nice play by Thornhill. He was a prospect that I think the Browns would have liked to have, but he's been very, very good for this Chiefs defense.
Indeed, they try to go right side with Ronald Jones, and he gets strung out and is going to lose a yard as well. So 3rd and 11 now after 2 negative plays in the run game. Shuffling, Brady. He's got his man. It's Antonio Brown again as he beat Fenton in the slot that time. First down, Buccaneers.
Yeah, and Antonio Brown just showing off some veteran acumen there. He's just finding a way to get open and presenting a target for Tom Brady to hit downfield, which is going to get Tom Brady into the zone here. Let's see what happens from here.
Turn around, give the ball up the middle. Fournette angling left side, and similarly just going to be knocked down right at the line of scrimmage that time. Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker.
Yeah, Fournette's struggling so far in this one. He needs to. They need to get him going if they want to keep this balance going.
Right side. Whoa! Player came late as that took an awful long time to get out to Scotty Miller on the right side. Dangerous throw from Brady.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up
3rd and 6 upcoming. Bunch formation left side. Jones in the backfield. Brady's there. Brady's there. Brady's there. Throws it out of a sack. Deep and out of the end zone.
Yeah, fortunate that lollipop ended up going out of bounds, because if that one was put up for the defense, there's no guarantee that the receiver is going to be able to come down with that one. Could have well have been picked off.
All right, so they will settle 4-3, just about a 41-yarder here for Suckup. Oh, the fake! A little pitch. It's Gronk. Oh, he's going to be short. Wow.
Well, that's a very ballsy call. Ironically, on this, I think Gronk actually had this. He needed to continue to the edge, much like we saw in the Browns game with Hooper. If he runs to the outside and tries to beat him to the edge, he probably picks this up, but instead he cuts it up a bit up the field and just gets tackled and does not pick up the first down. Not a great play from Gronk.
I don't think we've seen that fake before. A fake field goal where they shovel pass it from the holder to the tight end. Yeah,
it's a bit of an end around concept. An interesting play fake, but unfortunately for the Buccaneers, does not work here.
Indeed. Hi, Hannah. Welcome on. Pat Mahomes looks really good to start the game. Of course, this time he's going to take a shuffle sack, but up until then, he looked really good. That's already the second sack of the game for JPP.
Yes, as far as efficiency throwing the ball, though, he has been very dynamic. I don't think he has an incompletion yet in this one.
3rd and 12. Pressure coming. He's going to go left side. He's got his man. Bell's got some work to do, and Levante David says, ain't going to happen. But Mahomes now 10 for 10 for 100. Punt upcoming.
Yeah, that was a bit of a head-scratcher in terms of play call. That looked like that was designed to go there to the flat, and you really need to play for the sticks there on 3rd down. If you're asking a lot depending on who you're throwing it to convert down in distances like that in the ground. Sometimes it can get done in open space, but that's still a risk.
So no real harm there on the fake field goal that did not succeed. Tommy Boy back out onto the field, still down 3-0. Turn around, give it up the middle. Man. Fournette again, he's hitting right at the line. 3 runs and no yards, Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, Fournette still trying to get going. If they want to prevent being too predictable in this, they need to get that run game going.
Brady back to pass, shuffling, firing left side. Evans is over there, just a short gain of 4, 3 and 5.
To Mike Evans. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Delayed handoff, or fake the handoff rather, over the middle, wide open. He's got his man. This time it's Chris Godwin to the 44. First down, Buccaneers.
Yeah, and Tom Brady's pretty much saying to Patrick Mahomes, anything you can do, I can do as well. He's sitting here at 7 of 8, very similar to that 10 for 10 that Mahomes has right now, and also very efficient in this passing attack for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, his one incompletion was a throwaway out of a sack. So.
That's right.
Who knows? Maybe they'll both try to throw the ball 50 times. We'll just have an old school shootout here. Neither team running the ball particularly well to start the game.
Yeah, could very well happen. We'll see.
Attempt to number 9. It's going to hit his man out of the backfield. That's Ronald Jones, and Fenton takes down the opposing number 27 now. 2nd and 10 with 10 seconds left here in our first quarter, which has gone pretty quickly without any incompletions. Across the middle, first down. That's Scotty Miller. Got him again into Chiefs territory. And it's a first down on the other side of the quarter coming against Scotty Miller, second-year player out of Bowling Green. 5'11", 174. He's kind of in that Wes Welker mold for Tom Brady.
Yeah, there's a little bit of yardage there for Fournette. I think he needed that as a confidence boost in this one to really get some going here. Just positive yardage.
Absolutely. 400% more yards than he had already on one play. Back to pass. Brady fires it. He's got him again. That's Evans on the left side with the 14, and now Brady over 100 yards.
What a veteran play here from Evans. He just sees that his quarterback's in trouble. The rush was about to get to Tom Brady, and he settles in his route. Finds that open spot in the zone. We're going to watch this one as Tom Brady fires downfield, seeing him settle right there, waiting on his quarterback to see him. As soon as he opens up that spot there, Tom Brady's got his target and is able to get out of trouble.
1st and 10 now inside the red zone. 3 tight ends into the game. Fournette the lone setback. Turn around, give it to Fournette, left side. Bullying his way over defenders. Fournette inside the 10 to the 9 with another nice 5-yard gain.
Yeah, it seems like Fournette finally has something going here. More positive yardage for him. That's what he needs to be going forward.
Same thing, Fournette bullying his way through the middle. First down inside the 5 to the 3 now. Leonard Fournette. 16 runs, or 16 yards on his last 3 carries. That's a good improvement. Pitch it right side now. A lot of room. He's going to go down. Dirty Dan, as they like to call him. Sorensen got him first in the backfield.
I know why you're calling him Dirty Dan.
I didn't start it. It was on the Chiefs actually tweeted it out after that Browns game.
That's true. And
he said Dirty Dan does it again with a screenshot of him hitting Higgins at the helmet with his helmet.
It was such a dirty hit and very unfortunate. It was not called. I think the Browns might have made it to the Super Bowl otherwise.
That one's going to go throws out of the back of the end zone, and so they stiffen in the red zone. Do the Chiefs actually stiffen inside the 5? And that one's going to be forced away. Taco Charlton, 94, in good pursuit. And Tom Brady will throw it away. They're going to settle for a Ryan Suckup field goal.
Suckup on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt. The kick is good.
That's good.
That ties
So 3-3. So a lot of passing, but only 3-3 as both teams getting slowed down in the opposing team's red zones. 12-11.
A little bit of red zone woes in this one early. Both very efficient offenses until they get into that red zone. Lots of good passing and starting to pick up some rushing from the Tampa Bay side at least. We'll see if Kansas City can reply and maybe get some CEH, some action here, and a little bit more production on their side because they need to be balanced also. Although they're very, very dynamic in the pass game, they still need a running presence in order to not be too predictable.
Indeed. First and 10. He's back to pass. They're going to give it up the middle. He's going to be stuck right away. Devin White was right in the backfield and got him right away for a loss.
And that stat right there allowed 4 yards on the rushing attack. Until this run, Tampa Bay had allowed only 4 yards on the day. So that's a stat that Kansas City definitely needs to be looking to improve on.
All right, a 3rd and 5 now. He's got 2 tight ends to the left, 2 receivers stacked to the right. Bell next to him in the backfield. Back to pass, so the blitz coming, but it's picked up. Dumps it off to Bell, and Levante David just all over his back, and that's Mahomes' first incompletion. Comes at a bad time. Punt team onto the field.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was a bit of a dump off again. He was not at the sticks. He wouldn't have had it even if he had caught that ball. Probably 6 1/2 dozen because the defender was right there and probably makes that tackle even if it is caught.
All right, Tom Brady back out onto the field, 3-3, 10:57, second quarter. He's got 2 tight ends and 2 receivers to the right. They're both very talented, as you can see by the marks under their feet. Fournette angling, and he's been a lot sharper now. 5 more yards for him to the 30.
Yeah, his early goings is hurting his yards per attempt, still at 3, but much better of late.
Little slant to the right side on actually an angle route for Ronald Jones. Tons of yards after he catches it all the way to the 40. Big time gain there of 26 yards after his 5-yard catch.
And hey, one great way to get the running backs involved if they're not having a day on the ground rushing the ball is to get them involved in the pass game. They're great in open space. A lot of running backs are.
First and 10, Brady again, back to pass. Now he's going to check it down again to Ronald Jones. Why not? Give him another one. He's got 7 more. Go to the 31.
And one way to think about that in terms of in terms of broken tackles is when you're throwing to your running backs and they're out in open space. Now instead of your broken tackle happening at the line of scrimmage and getting extra yardage after contact from there, now think about that 7 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards down the field being the contact and broken tackles.
Across the middle, a little drag route, first down, throw to Mike Evans. That was a cute little play there. Welcome, Karen. It's okay. Go Browns.
Welcome in, Karen.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
All right, empty set. He's got nobody back there with him to protect him. They're going to just rush Forgus, and he's going to throw the ball real quick to Antonio Brown on the left side. He's got it up to the 20. 7-yard gain.
I've seen a lot of slants in this game for both teams. They both seem to be relying on it. We'll see if they're trying to set up some sluggos or some other sets right now, but they need to be careful with that because it's a dangerous route if it's overused.
Left side. We've seen plenty of slants jumped and house called so far this year.
That's right.
As these defenses adjust to it. That was another nice throw to Evans. Now they're inside the 20 at the 13. First down. Give it up the middle. Ronald Jones. He's not going to go anywhere. He's going to gain maybe a yard, maybe two, 2nd and 8.
Taken down at the 11-yard line.
Generous spot, in my opinion, on that run.
Very generous.
Give it to him again. This time he's going to go even less further. This time they're going to give him the appropriate amount of 0 yards. 3rd and 8. Interesting play calls on 1st and 2nd down.
Fournette's got something going, but Jones is still struggling in this one. So other than that one catch he had on the angle route.
Right side, he's got it. Godwin, he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Well, it's good to see one of these two teams take advantage in the red zone and score an actual touchdown. That's a big momentum piece for the for Tampa Bay. So we'll see where they go from here. But if the Chiefs want to stay in this one, they're going to need to respond. But they do have the offense to do it. They are electric, and you never know when they might hit you with a deep one.
Absolutely. George, welcome in. Appreciate you moderating the chat for us today. Sorry, I don't know if Kit gave you the shout out for this game or not.
Yeah, I did. I threw it out in the
good.
channel.
Thank you. Perfect timing to show up for the first TD of the game. That's right. That's why he's the best. All right, 10-3 now. Let's see what Pat Mahomes can do. He's got 6:40 and all 3 timeouts. He started off red hot in the first quarter, and they've been a little bit more stymied. Unfortunately, a couple of sacks of the shuffle variety, slowing the offense down. It'll slow down even the most potent of offenses, a shuffle sack.
That's true. They're brutal.
Little read option game, and Mahomes is going to keep it and go for 2, but better than handing off, or otherwise Bell would have lost, I think, 3 yards.
Oh yes, that was a good read, but not a lot of yardage gain there.
That softens him up just a little bit. Play action at the line of scrimmage. Firing deep right side. Knocked away. Carlton Davis in the coverage. Sammy Watkins, the receiver down there.
Well, we were just talking about how they can easily take a shot play on you. They don't convert this one, but they may be looking to do that here later in the game.
Over the middle, he's got it. Kelsey, first down, just barely, but it counts.
Yep, first is the first, no matter if it's by an inch or by, all the way downfield.
Trips to the right side. 5:30 when he gets the snap. He's back to pass. Now he's going to fire left side, up in the air. Big time catch from Le'Veon Bell, and Devin White hits him hard. He's only going to gain 1.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37
pass.
yard line.
Pressure coming up the middle. Levante David, sack attack right down Broadway.
That was a beautiful blitz from David. He just finds a little seam that he can exploit there on the line that was setting up there, protect Patrick Mahomes, and he just comes through there like a freight train. And Patrick Mahomes didn't have any time to react to that.
3rd and 18 now. They continue to go backwards. They're just going to check it down to Kelsey. Kelsey's going to get back up to the 38, and they will set up another punt here.
A bit of an odd play call. I think the Chiefs, of all teams, have probably the most 3rd and 18 conversion plays in their playbook as far as being able to execute it with the personnel that they have. And yet they still pull something out that was a little bit head-scratching, expecting Kelsey to do a whole lot of work with a minimal check down. That was exactly what Tampa Bay was looking for, because they just want to keep everything in front of them in that spot.
All right, Tom Brady's touchdown was the result of their last drive. He is still in the zone. He's under center. Fournette the single back. He's going to go back to pass. He's going to fire it over the middle of Gronk, bullying his way, truck sticking nobody, actually going the wrong direction for a minute. He's going to gain 6 in the process.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to play a little game of pinball there.
Back to pass, Brady again. Shuffle, fire left side. Takes a long time to get there, but Brown is waiting for it and just cannot keep his body across the first down line, so it's going to be 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
Across the middle, easy one this time, and Antonio Brown on another touchdown. It's only 5 catches for Brown. He's been a hot topic early in the game. Yeah, 5 for 60 to start the game.
Yeah, he's been very active in this one. We've seen quite a bit from Tyreek Hill early as well, and Kelsey. Haven't seen so much from either Hardman or from Sammy Watkins, so it'll be interesting to see how they get involved. Oh, actually, no, I'm thinking of the other team. So Godwin and Evans.
All right, left side, they're going to try to stretch it again, and Fournette's going to go nowhere. So hard to run to the edges here in this version of our defensive sim settings.
I think we only saw Evans, the one very nice deep shot, and then not a lot from Godwin in this one.
2nd and 9, Brady. Left side again, Ronald Jones out of the backfield, and he's going to go down again. Legarius Sneed over there to cover him. Dorian O'Daniel as well.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up
3rd and 3 upcoming. He's got 4 wide. Back to pass. Tom Brady. Right side. Fires it. Hit. It's dropped. What a hit there by the defender. And just flipped and upended was Chris Godwin there as Legarius Sneed right there. The rookie out of Louisiana Tech. What a play.
Yeah, that was absolutely the defense that forced that incompletion. And a nice stop here. That's going to give this potent Kansas City offense another opportunity here with 1:28 seconds here in the half to potentially drive down the field. And that's plenty of time for this offense. We saw Baker Mayfield do something very similar with only about 1:10 seconds in that Bengals game. So you know Patrick Mahomes with Kelsey and Tyreek Hill, they can get this done. So we'll see how they do with their clock management here with all 3 timeouts.
Cannot afford any more of those sacks, though.
No.
Mahomes fires. He's got his man, but it's dropped. Looks like it was Watkins on the slant from the right side, and he's dropped the football.
Yeah, again, very heavy reliance on that slant game for both sides of the ball, and I'm kind of surprised by that.
Back to pass. Pressure coming, but they're setting up a screen. It's Bell. He's got some blockers. He's at the 10. He's at the 15. He's going to go down at the 16.
Tell you what,
Jamel Dean.
with only a minute left in this game, that's a very odd spot to be calling a screen. You really don't want to be doing screen pass stuff here. This is not time to dink and dunk and risk potential for TFLs and or sacks. Yeah, I mean, you want to preserve clock in this spot. You want to be able to get downfield. A screen, yes, it can be a chunk play, but man, is it a risky chunk play at best. And better to be looking for shots down the field to exploit the sideline and potentially use some timeouts. If you don't have it there, you can still go over the field, but instead they end up with a 4th and 3 and having to punt.
Yep, that 3rd and short. Another slant attempt that was knocked out of the hands of Tyreek Hill. All right, so now you give the ball back to Tom Brady with 52 seconds and 3 timeouts. Let's see what he can do with it.
And for me, that was just a very odd attempt from Kansas City. Not very like them, really not taking advantage of their high-octane offense and their weapons out there. Little slant plays, dunk and dunks, a screen pass. That was very strange.
All right, back to pass. Now he's going to fire it over the middle. It's going to be caught there right at midfield, and then they're going to call timeout right away.
The other piece of that, too,
is in the middle of the field.
You really don't want to give the ball back to Tom Brady, who is a wizard at drive-in late field drives. So, I mean, he's proven that throughout his career.
Delayed handoff, but it's going to get a big chunk play down into Chief territory there to the 39, and they call their 2nd timeout. Probably another 5 yards away from a solid field goal attempt here with 1 timeout remaining, 43 seconds. Shuffling, floating it out of bounds to the right side. Safe play there for the GOAT.
Yep, wise move from Tom Brady, as you expect. Saves the time and the clock.
He's got a little drag route. It's Gronk. He breaks a tackle. 35-20. Breaks another tackle down to the 22. With 30 seconds, can they get up and clock it?
Well, unfortunately, they won't clock it in this game. They'll only do that silly hurry-up thing, which wastes a bunch of clock. But we'll see what they do here. This is going to be important.
Another drag route down to the 10, and they're going to call timeout. Will they take a shot at the end zone once or elect to kick it here?
They're going to go for it.
Okay.
This is a dangerous spot to be going for this. If you don't get this touchdown, you'll come away with no points.
Or an incompletion. Can't be short of the sticks. Out of the back of the end zone with 4 seconds left. That was almost disastrous.
That was almost disastrous. The sack there ends the half. Luckily, he gets the ball out of his hands for an incompletion through the end zone. Trust the veteran Tom Brady to keep points still in play on that end of half drive.
All right, so the seconds will tick off. Oh, there's literally 1 left. 13-3, though, as we are about to be at halftime. Unless some magic happens here on the return, maybe no. Hardman's going to go down at the 27.
And
just called his name.
Just for all our viewers' amusement, when I was simming games, just watching endless games, I actually did see one kickoff return for a touchdown. So I have now seen 2 in my entire in this whole Nagy on Sports experience. We've seen it twice now, including all sims. So it is a very rare occurrence in Madden.
Yeah, it sure is. We've seen more fakes.
And unfortunately, it was against the Browns. But luckily, it didn't count for anything because it was just me simming to look up playbooks or whatever I happened to be working on at the time.
All right, so Tom back out on the field. They are outgaining the Chiefs 271 to 104, up 10. Evans in motion. He's going to go across the middle to Evans, trying to break the tackle, and he cannot break the tackle. That particular time, he's going to go down. That's beside Breland, the corner that brings it down.
Yes, George, Tom has been great in this one, but he's been in the zone for a long time. And you get him in the zone early in the game, and he can be just so dynamic. I mean, it's part of what, that's why he's been great and the GOAT for so long. He's just unlike anybody else. I mean, there's a reason he has that many rings.
Back to pass, Brady again. Pressure coming, but they're setting up a screen left side to Jones on 3rd and 8. He's going to step out of bounds, 1 yard shy of where he needed.
Yeah, that looked to me like he had that all the way. He just needed to lower the shoulder and lay the wood down to get that yard, and he chooses to step out instead. That's a bit head-scratching. Brings up a punt for Tampa Bay. He definitely should have had that. As a running back, that's something that these guys are taught to do. Know where the sticks are, and then if you need to lower the shoulder and bring the boom to get it, get it. That's something that Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt both do with regularity for the Browns.
And that is absolutely a win for the Chiefs defense to get Tom off the field there on that first drive.
Yeah, maybe one day, George. I'd love to see it too.
Play action, throwing a shot left side, but it's picked! He forces the ball! And it's picked off by Jamel Dean. Buccaneers ball at the 19.
Well, dangerous throw here from Patrick Mahomes. Needed a little bit of loft on this to get it over the defender and just doesn't have the touch to get the ball over Jamel Dean. And Dean just goes up, makes a very, very athletic catch to pick this one off. Read Patrick Mahomes' eyes, saw it coming, and just was in a perfect spot to make that leaping catch. What an interception by Dean.
That's brutal. That's brutal. Sorry, Chiefs fans. Sorry, Hannah. Trips to the right side. He gives it to Jones up the middle. He's going to go nowhere. That's Dorian O'Daniel again, one of these linebackers in their base sort of nickel package that they play.
And this is where, if you're a Chiefs fan, you really need the defense to bend but not break. But they're going against the GOAT here, who almost hits a touchdown in the corner. If his receiver comes down with that, that's an easy touchdown. Probably should have been. I think that was a drop.
It was a really nice play by Tyrann Mathieu as well to swat that ball out of there.
That's right.
Pressure coming. He's going to float it over the middle to a open Mike Evans. Oh, my, was he open.
He was, and what a throw from Tom Brady. Just puts it on a spot in the end zone. And when you've got that guy on the other end, it's almost a foregone conclusion. He's going to come up with this ball.
Look at that. Just nobody around him.
Nope, just a beautiful little seam to beat the zone there.
You can see Hitchens, the linebacker, 5 yards behind him. If that was supposed to be his man, there was something really, really wrong with that play. Hitchens should not be covering Mike Evans.
Yeah, no. Hitchens on Evans. That's a matchup I think every offensive coordinator in the league drools about.
All right, well, they're going to capitalize quickly after that interception from Mahomes with a touchdown just 3 plays later. So will this maybe shake the Chiefs out of it? We're going to need to find out here. Again, still plenty of time, but just got to get something going here on offense. Too reliant on that passing game with nothing going on the ground. They're just able to play really good pass defense now and tee off with their front four and play coverage behind it, keeping everything in front of them.
Indeed. Another thing that needs to be said about that touchdown strike was the characteristic Bruce Arians no risk it, no biscuit. Beautiful throw to the end zone for that touchdown.
Now here's a nice run on first down. That's Le'Veon Bell up to the 45. He's going to get about 15 on that carry. Good run for Le'Veon.
Yeah, the Chiefs really need to get the run game going, but they have to be efficient on these drives. They can't afford to be turning the ball over on downs or really having to punt. They need to come away with points.
There's a failed screen attempt to the left side. 2nd and 10. Mahomes surveying the field, shuffling, firing back to the left side. He's got a wide open Tyreek Hill. And lucky to be taken down. Just a little bit of a glancing blow by the defender was enough. Otherwise, he may have had 6.
Yeah, Tyreek's a pretty slight receiver, so it's not going to take a ton of contact to bring him down necessarily, but he is very athletic and has incredible balance. So at the same time, he's lucky that it didn't go for more.
That was the shot that they needed, though. Good chance to really kind of soften up the defense. Watch out, pressure coming, and he got him! It's Vita Vea with a sack to the 39. 5 on the day for the Buccaneers. Kansas City has niente. Back to pass again. It's Levante David, and just all kinds of struggling with the shuffle sacks now is Mahomes.
I'll tell you what, even though this is a full-strength offensive line, they're just getting beat all day.
He's got Hill across the middle. Oh, makes one man miss. He's still going to be about 15 yards short of the line to gain. And unfortunately, they're kind of in no man's land here. You can't really try this length of a field goal, but you also really, I guess you could punt. Maybe they try 54. I don't know what kind of leg Butker has. We'll find out.
I think they might go for this, but on the other hand, again, underneath stuff in this kind of a position, that down a distance, a bit surprising the Chiefs are doing that kind of stuff when they've got the weapons that they do. And in fact, they are going to come out and try this field goal.
All right, Butker from 54. I don't know if he's got this kind of leg. We'll find out. It looks good. It is off the upright. Doink! Oh, my. Watch this one.
Yeah, that really hurts as a Chiefs fan. He had plenty of leg. He probably makes that one from 60 without the fact that he hooked it just a bit and put it off the upright.
He's going to give Tom Brady and the Buccaneers exceptional field position at the 44. Brady give it to Ronald Jones up the middle, and he's going to get a nice little gain of 3 or 4 yards there. He's now in the positive yardage, 6 carries for 1 yard. The Parkey special, said George. That's the old Parkey, George.
That's right. He was actually really quite good for us this season. I was pretty happy with how Parkey performed for the Browns.
His best run of the game of 6 yards there for Jones. 3rd and 2. They're going to run it a third time. This time it's Fournette angling back to the middle. He's going to be real close. We're going to have to check the spot. 4th and 1.
Not very generous on that spot. I thought he might have had that, but not a very generous spot.
Very good defensive stop. So credit the Chiefs that time. Can their offense finally help them out?
Yeah, Chiefs really needed that stop. That was an important momentum stop for the Chiefs if they want to get back in this one. Although they've got to get something going on offense. We've seen a couple of sparks, a couple of things going on offense, but they got to string it together. They need a productive drive here.
Yeah, ultimately thwarted by sacks. A little read option look again from Mahomes, and he's going to get 5 yards as he scrambles to the left side.
But yes, if they want to come back in this one, they need something now. 17 points is still quite a bit to make up.
Threads the needle to Hill across the middle, right in the middle of the field between the hash marks, up to the 23, first down. They give it a little inside handoff concept. Lev Bell, I don't think he's getting anything. In fact, maybe he even loses a yard. Devin White again pursuing. He's such a good middle linebacker. 5 wide, back to pass again. He's going to fire again. Another slant. This time he's got Hardman. And Hardman's completely uncovered up to the 46-yard line.
Got a bit of a breakdown on the defensive side. He was very open on that, and the coverage just wasn't in position to make a play.
Shotgun again for Mahomes. Shuffling. Sack. Unreal. Pure call for 3.
Those are just insanely brutal. They even shut down offenses as potent as the Chiefs. It's so frustrating that we can't take that out of the game. We'd love to.
And you know that's, It's not Madden's not going to nerf Mahomes. He's like the best player in the game.
No, it's not on Mahomes.
They're not going to bake that into his character like they may have into Baker's. But,
right. No, I think more of the picks are what's baked into Baker, unfortunately.
Yeah, that one's going to be incomplete. They're going to have to punt again. So Mahomes really struggling now to make up for these brutal sacks, which are, in theory, his fault. And now a shanked punt that goes out of bounds at the 31.
Yeah, I think many of these drives, because they've been reasonably producing outside of those shuffle sacks, many of these drives probably go for points for the Chiefs if they just don't, if Mahomes either scrambles successfully away from the shuffle sack like we know he can, and or if he were just to throw it away.
Get up the middle. Whoa, he's going to get swarmed. Frank Clark got there first. He's down for a loss of 2.
There on the stop. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
Right side, firing a strike to Gronk on the sideline. It goes out of bounds. Just a gain of 4. Brings up a 3rd and 8.
And meanwhile, Tom Brady's monster day continues as he is still in the zone. 3rd and 8. Let's see what he does here, but he's been having a great one.
Motion from Mike Evans. Back to pass. Blitz coming from the middle. That's Thornhill, but he fires a strike to an open receiver. Antonio Brown. First down.
And Brown has been a big part of that solution. 6 receptions now for 80 yards. He's been big in this offense. But Tom Brady again, just getting it done, finding his guys downfield and putting it on them.
He is just slinging it right now. Jones up the middle, and he's got a nice gain of about 7. So he's running a little bit better now. 2nd and 3. Mahomes trying to get those guys fired up on the sideline.
Yeah, they need something on offense. They're really struggling to. There's the shuffle sacks that's just killing it.
Turn around, they go up the middle again. It's Fournette angling his way for a first down. Called a gain of 6.
And meanwhile, you can tell this defense is looking pretty tired here on this drive. They're just some of these plays are going for more yards they would have otherwise.
Finally, the return of a shuffle sack. He got it all the way back, Alex Okafor. That should get Brady out of the zone finally.
Yes, and the other big part of this too, he is in fact out of the zone. The other big part of this too is this is the first time that Tom Brady has to come back from a 2nd and 21 now.
That's right, the first sack of the day for the Chiefs. They're going to set up a screen left side to Fournette. Good tackle in space there by Thornhill. Going to thwart that one. 3rd and 20 upcoming.
I just do not like that play call. 2nd and 21 is not the time to be calling a screen.
Left side again, little check down here as they clearly are conceding for the punt. Just don't want to take any chances there, give up some free momentum. So now a coffin corner attempt for Pinion. Angling it left side, and it's into the end zone, out to the 20. So not only a net of 23 there from Pinion, not the best off.
No, unfortunate that it didn't manage to come up with that coffin corner for the Buccaneers, because now you're giving the Chiefs an opportunity to get back into this game with much better field position as a result.
Back to pass, right side, fires a strike, it's incomplete. Too hot for anybody to handle over there on that right side. Hardman was the target. Mahomes again, pressure coming. He's got his man over the middle. This time it's Kelsey fighting his way. Kelsey versus David, 2 superstars running right into each other. That's going to do it. 3rd quarter expiring now. And it's been all Buccaneers since the first drive, pretty much.
Sure has. Yes, George, these are actually both teams that we were very surprised with how they started. It was with the rosters that they both have, it's amazing how poorly they both started out.
And again, a lot of that may be due to the fact that other teams are more full strength than they were, especially the Patriots.
That's
right. Are playing extremely well in the sim with the full roster because they had a lot of opt-outs and injuries.
They sure did.
A little bit of orbit motion from Bell to the right side. He's going to throw it to Bell right there, but he's going to end up losing yardage. 4 yards actually lost on the game. Terrible play call there.
And it's also obvious that Madden thinks a healthy Cam is a very dangerous Cam.
That is very true. All right, back to pass on 3rd and 10. He's shuffling. He's firing over the middle. He's got his man. First down. That's Le'Veon Bell up to the 43, and the drive will continue, luckily.
A gain of 12.
Trips to the right side now. Kelsey's on the inside of that formation. Hard count, back to pass. Mahomes fires over the middle. He's got a man again, but just a simple little 5-6 yard drag route to Hardman. That's all they're going to get to midfield.
Back on that same topic, the other two teams we've been very surprised by who are still struggling are the Bills and the Dolphins. Those two teams had very good years, and as Patrick Mahomes puts one downfield to Hardman, very nice completion down the field. The Chiefs really very much needed this, but those two teams still are woeful, and with the rosters they have, should have been much better in our sim. Surprising that they are still struggling.
Yes, the Dolphins, or the Madden does not think particularly highly of Tua, but for some reason Josh Allen struggling is just puzzling to all of us because we've even buffed him a couple times.
It's true.
Across the middle, Tyreek Hill, and he's going to get up to the 11-yard line. And so can they punch it in this time? Still 12 minutes to play or so. Down to 11:45 when this one's going to be snapped 1st and 10 from the 11. They can get a first down inside the 1 should they need it. He's going to dump it off to Kelsey, and White is right on his backside, but you just can't get around Kelsey to knock that one away. 7-yard catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
High formation.
At the 4-yard line.
Turn around, give it to Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown. He's almost untouched. Sheds off that tackler, Shaq Barrett. Touchdown, Chiefs, and boy did they need it.
Yes, they did. That was very important for the Chiefs. If they want to have any hope of being in this game with 11 minutes left, they had to have that, and getting that's a very important move in the right direction. Now down 10 seems a lot more reasonable at this point, but you still need your defense to step up and stop Tom Brady in this offense, and you need the offense to continue to click in order to have a shot at this one.
Up the middle and going to be ripped down. Antonio Brown doing the kicker drill. Well, he's all over the place, Antonio Brown is.
Sure is.
All right, 5 wide for Tom Brady. What lead? We don't need to protect the lead. We're going to be back to pass again. He's going to quickly fire to the right side. That's Gronk, and he's going to be tackled. Stays in bounds, though. Over 300 yards now for Tom Brady.
He's having a day.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
They've had a little bit more bounce. 39 passes, 21 runs. This one's a jet sweep. It's going to count as a run, and Godwin's got the first down.
Yeah, they had an early slow start with the run game, but they certainly have picked it up since, and Fournette led the charge in that front.
To pass, fires it over the middle. He's got Evans again. First down across midfield.
Man, when you got a quarterback as good as Tom Brady, it is almost unfair to give him targets like Mike Evans, who runs such great routes and has such strong hands and just such a physical player. It is, look at him open in space, which he should really never be quite that open. But my goodness, that's almost an unfair advantage. Put those two together.
Brady now brings Mike Evans in motion towards the play. He's going to go 5-step drop again. He's going to fire it to Mike Evans right there. Just a little 4 or 5 yard route. Keeping the defense honest. 9 catches now for Evans, 72 yards. Oh, now we go to a little delayed handoff Fournette left side. First down. O'Daniel and Hitchens take him down, but a first down. Leonard Fournette.
Very nicely done from Fournette.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Brady again, shuffling, right side. Got his man again in space. That's Gronk. They're moving quick.
10 yards on the pickup.
Back to pass, 2nd and inches over the middle again. That's Scotty Miller. He's got it down inside the 10, 20 to the 16. Now 3:43 for Tommy. Not settling or trying to run out the clock at all. They're just driving right down the field with their offense.
That's right. It looks like Tom sees something in this defense he likes. He's going to try to exploit right now.
They're going to go left side to Jones, and he's going to be taken down. Actually loses a couple yards. It's Chajarius Ward who comes up for the tackle there.
And apparently whatever it wasn't actually there on the defense, because they disguised that well, because he ends up with the check down to his running back and ends up losing a yard.
Side in space, it's Godwin inside the 5 to the 3. Chris Godwin.
Again, I'll be very interested to see what happens with him with free agency.
Up the middle, Ronald Jones. They're going to call him down at the 1. Wow, I thought he was in for sure.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 brings up
Second and goal now from the 1-inch line. Turn around again, give it to Fournette. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And that may be all she wrote here.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chiefs fans.
I think this might seal this game here with only 5 minutes, 31 seconds. I mean, I don't want to count out the Chiefs. They're such a high-octane offense. It's so dangerous. But the defense seems to be the trouble here. They can't seem to find that what's going to work here against Tampa Bay's offense, who has been very dynamic in this, both on the ground and through the air.
Yep, and again, that was one of the things we noted after the beginning of the season when the Chiefs were struggling, is they were giving up a lot of points, and Mahomes was turning the ball over a lot.
That's right.
Great play.
That's right.
We were going back in and looking at box scores.
Both of those things have happened in this one. Mahomes with a brutal pick from Dean, and then also just giving up tons of yardage to Tom Brady and this Tampa Bay offense.
413 to 258 is your total yardage difference. In the shotgun again, probably throwing through the remainder of the game. Left side, he's got a strike thrown to Kelsey. They're only going to pick up 9, though.
Complete to Travis Kelsey.
Talk about balance or unbalanced. Kansas City now 36 pass attempts and 8 runs.
Yep, their run game really has not worked for them. Just the 1 touchdown for CEH, and the rest of it's been very quiet.
Little bit of a dump off, and White knocks it away. Actually, a drop pass, it looked like there.
That was a drop, and really can't afford that, especially when the offense is already been struggling in this one.
4 wide again on 3rd and 1. Back to pass. They do send a blitz late. It's over the middle, and White knocks it out of the hands of Kelsey.
What a player White has been this season. He's just a great middle linebacker for Tampa Bay.
He and David next to each other is pretty unfair. Oh, up the middle, and it's a first down. Edwards-Helaire. This is 3rd carry, but it counts. First down.
I suppose actually White's probably on the outside with David playing in the middle, but still.
No, they have a 3-4. I think they're both in the middle linebackers.
Ah, okay. That's a good point.
In their base, and then Pierre-Paul and Baird are technically the outside linebackers.
Right, the outside linebackers, correct.
Yeah, I'm sure in their nickel. I'm sure in their nickel look, both those guys go to the edge, and it's just White and David, and there's a pick over the middle.
Yes.
And it's Antoine Winfield Jr.
Speak of the woes for the Kansas City Chiefs. There it is. Mahomes just has been throwing away. I think he came into this throwing interceptions. I think he came into this game with 8. He adds 2 more in this one, so he's going to have double-digit interceptions coming out of this game, which is not something you want on a season.
No, it's not a good recipe for winning, that's for sure. 3:39 remaining, 17-point lead. They're just going to salt this one away here in Tampa Bay. So again, maybe it does become the preview of the Super Bowl. Time will tell here in our sim version of the season. But today is not going to be the day that Kansas City fans want to remember. So I guess maybe it's a good reverse karma. Maybe they mean that you'll win in the Super Bowl if they get Kansas City.
That's right. It's always hard to beat a team twice in a single season. So if they do meet again in the Super Bowl, it bodes well for Kansas City here to lose this one, as ironic as that seems.
Fournette with a nice carry gets the first down, but does get pushed out of bounds in the process. That does stop the clock. Turn around again, give it to Fournette. Hit and falls down. Little gain of 4 yards there.
Thornhill on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
George, I don't know that it's an afford thing. I think they could theoretically afford him. They're just not going to pay that kind of money to a linebacker, no matter who the linebacker is. And I think that just comes down to the philosophy of the defense and how many linebackers they're expecting to have out on the field when they can pay a guy like B.J. Goodson a reasonable contract to come back and or develop Phillips behind him. I think they're pretty happy with what they've got at the linebacker position when they're only expecting really to have predominantly 1 on the field, sometimes 2 and very rarely 3.
Leonard Fournette, the the ball carrier.
Agree with all that, yes. I think they do have the money. They're just not going to commit that much money to the position.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And they showed you that with Schobert. Schobert didn't really get that much more money, but they weren't going to give him that deal here in Cleveland, so they're not going to pay that for linebackers.
That's right. And the other thing with Schobert that I know he had a lot of love here in Cleveland, but he had some issues in his game, especially with tackling, and he continued that in Jacksonville. It was not the best tackler.
3rd and 3. At least Kansas City down 17 is not calling their timeouts. Jones first down left side, so he's quietly up to 35 yards now and does a good job of staying in bounds.
But I do agree with you, George. It would be nice to have a great linebacker like a Devin White would be awesome. But we just don't put the priority on that position for a number of reasons. They want those kind of hybrid safety that can play some linebacker, that they're going to throw the 4 safeties out there, kind of what Delpit will do for you, like a Simmons or like some of these bigger guys out there. But that's what they're really looking for, kind of put them all over the field and then allow for a bigger guy that can make some tackles, come up in the box, play like a pseudo linebacker, but then also be very dynamic in the coverage game.
So that is going to do it here today. It's going to be 27-10. Tampa Bay wins this game at home pretty handily. And in the battle of Brady versus Mahomes, Brady wins big time here today.
Indeed.
So, all right, well, we'll get you the stats here as we always do. Appreciate those of you who were able to watch it with us. Appreciate George for moderating our chat, which is a little light today. This middle afternoon is not the best time for a ton of people to be on. I get that. So for those of you who are going to watch later, appreciate you watching. For the Buccaneers, when did Blaine Gabbert come in and throw 1 for 4? I totally missed that.
I missed that too, but hey, good for Blaine Gabbert.
Tom Brady, 37 for 44, 356, 2 touchdowns.
Must have been right at the end when we were just jawing about stuff.
Maybe. Pat Mahomes, 29 of 40. He did have 306, but he did have those 2 interceptions and 0 touchdowns. That's not going to do it, Pat.
Maybe it was a stamina sub for Tom Brady. Tom Brady was getting tired of being so great out there.
Ford ended up with 18 for 68. Ran pretty hard, especially after that first quarter. Jones, 13 of 35. For the Chiefs, just couldn't get anything going. 5 for 24 for Bell, 3 for 7. 2 for 7. Edwards-Helaire with the only offensive touchdown of the day for the Chiefs.
And outside of the shuffle sacks, this is really where the Chiefs struggled all day, and probably a big difference in why their offense just wasn't as dynamic as we expected them to
be. In the pass game today, Evans 9 for 72 and a touchdown. Gronk 8 for 64. Jones 7 catches, 6 for Brown, 4 for Chris Godwin. So just lots of talent all over the field. For the Chiefs, 9 for Kelsey and 8 for Hill, both over 100 yards. So you got your playmakers involved. Just had too many situations you couldn't get out of with those shuffle sacks to overcome. On the defensive side of the football, again, no surprise. It's White and it's David right there manning your defense, 12 and 10 respectively. The sack game today, JPP got there 3 times, 2 for Lavonte David, 1 for Vita Vea and Antoine Winfield Jr. And Antoine Winfield Jr. and Jamel Dean both with interceptions for the Buccaneers. They just played very, very good defense today. For the Chiefs, it was Anthony Hitchens and Dorian O'Daniel and Juan Thornhill, your leading tacklers. And I think they got to him, one time maybe? And it was...
Yep, just once.
Alex Okafor, the reserve defensive end.
And no picks.
So, no turnovers at all today for Tommy. So, very good day. If you're a Buccaneers fan, they are definitely trending in the right direction with 5 wins now in their last 6 games. And the Chiefs are going to fall to 6 and 5. Buccaneers will go to 7 and 5, yet to have their bye here after Week 12. So, really appreciate everybody being on. This one was a lot of fun. Kid, anything else to tie this one up?
Yeah, just kind of like we were talking about there, that was a lot of struggles from the Chiefs that you don't really expect with as dynamic as their offense is and can be. I was surprised to see CEH not more involved in that game and running the ball more for more yardage, because I think that potentially opens up their playbook a little bit more and allows them to get more yardage. Because even though they got a lot of yardage in that passing game, they just weren't able to get it done when it mattered, because they were pretty heavily reliant upon that pass, and that makes you predictable and easier to defend. On the other side, Tampa Bay, just great game from them. Tom Brady is a wizard, and we all know that. That's why he's the GOAT. And he was, in the zone for, 3/4 of this game, probably. But he showed it out there and just had a great day.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, we appreciate everybody being on. For all of our subscribers, thank you guys so much. If you're digging what you're seeing and you haven't subscribed yet, if you would give us a subscription, we would appreciate it, just because, again, someday YouTube might give us money for it. So for Kit out on the left coast, for Phil Nagy here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports with our full NFL simulations on Madden, all with live original commentary. So we appreciate everybody being on. Today we will say go Buccaneers, go Tom Brady, and as always,
go Browns!